Welcome to True Reddit, revenge stories where lies, betrayal, and shocking payback come alive. These are real stories from Redditrial drama, real revenge and twists that will leave you speechless. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because you won't want to miss a single shocking story. My name is Vanessa Miller, and this happened to me in a quiet neighborhood outside of Milwaukee, if you are listening to this at night. I want you to look up at your ceiling before I continue, because I used to believe my home was the safest place. In the world, I used to believe my husband Ethan was the safest person in my world. We were married for 8 years. We had a 2-story house with pale blue siding and a small maple tree in the front yard. We had routines that felt permanent: Sunday, grocery shopping Friday, movie nights, coffee, together every morning before work. Nothing dramatic, nothing suspicious, just ordinary life until the night. I found the phone. It was almost midnight. Ethan said he would be working late again. He had been working late a lot over the past few months. I tried to be supportive. I told myself success required sacrifice. I told myself marriage required trust. That night, I was cleaning the upstairs bathroom because I could not sleep. There was a faint water stain near the ceiling vent. I grabbed a chair and climbed up to check it. That is when I noticed the vent was loose, not broken, just slightly shifted, like someone had removed it and placed it back carefully. I felt a strange chill run down my arms. I do not know why, but my heart started beating faster. I unscrewed the vent slowly. The metal made a soft scraping sound. I lifted it, and I saw something wrapped in black plastic pushed deep into the ceiling space. For a moment, I just stared at it. I told myself it was insulation or trash left by contractors, but I knew it was not. I reached in and pulled it down. It was a phone. A slim black smartphone, newer than mine, clean charged. Hidden, my hands were shaking as I pressed the power button. The screen lit up instantly. No password, just a swipe like it was never meant to be discovered. The wallpaper was a picture of my husband, smiling, wearing a gray jacket I had never seen before, standing somewhere that was not our house. I opened the messages. The first thread was saved under the name Ivy. The messages were intimate, graphic, explicit. They talked about hotel rooms, late-night meetings, how much he missed her body. My stomach twisted. I kept scrolling. There were photos of them together, kissing, touching, laughing in a hotel room in downtown Milwaukee. The timestamps matched the nights he claimed he was working late. I felt like the floor disappeared beneath me. But that was only the beginning. I opened the gallery. There were more photos, not just of them, but of me, sleeping, reading on the couch, walking from the shower wrapped in a towel. The angle was wrong. These were not selfies. These were not taken by me. They were taken from a distance, from corners, from above. My breathing became shallow. I zoomed in on one image. It was taken from the hallway outside our bedroom. The next one was from the top of the staircase, then one from inside the bathroom near the ceiling. I slowly looked up. The vent I had just opened. I felt sick. I searched the attic the next morning while Ethan was at work. I moved the insulation aside, and I found them tiny cameras, 4 of them, all positioned perfectly, all facing areas where I felt most vulnerable: the bedroom, the bathroom, the hallway, the living room, each connected to small transmitters. I went back downstairs and opened the phone again. There was a hidden app, a streaming platform, private, encrypted subscribers, payments, monthly deposits, thousands of dollars. My husband was not just cheating, he was broadcasting me, my private moments, my body, my life, without my consent. The chat comments were the worst part. Strangers discussing me, rating me, requesting angles, requesting times when I would be alone. One comment said, "She has no idea." Another said, "This makes it hotter." I felt like I was drowning. I wanted to scream. I wanted to smash everything in the house, but instead I did something else. I became calm, very calm. I copied every message, every payment record, every video. I backed them up to a secure cloud. Then I placed the phone back in the ceiling, exactly as I found it. That night, Ethan came home around 1 in the morning. He kissed my forehead like nothing was wrong. He asked why I was still awake. I smiled and said I was just tired. I watched him carefully. At 2:07 a.m., he quietly got out of bed. I pretended to be asleep. I heard the faint sound of the hallway floor creaking, then the soft scrape of metal. The bathroom vent, he was checking the phone, checking his business. I felt something inside me break completely in that moment. Not loudly, not dramatically, just silently. The next week, I contacted a lawyer, a woman named Rachel Stein, sharp and fearless. I showed her everything. She did not look shocked. She looked angry. She told me, "We needed the police, but we needed timing. We needed him caught with evidence." So we waited. I acted normal. I cooked dinner. I laughed at his jokes. I let him believe I was blind inside. I was counting days. The final night came faster than I expected. It was a Thursday. He told me he had another late meeting. I told him I had a headache and would go to bed early, but I did not sleep. I set up my own hidden camera facing the attic entrance. At 1:53 a.m., he entered the hallway. He climbed into the attic with a small flashlight. I waited exactly 60 seconds. Then I called 911. I whispered that someone was in my attic. I said I was afraid. When the police arrived, Ethan was halfway down the ladder holding a device in his hand. He tried to say he heard noises. He tried to say he was checking for raccoons, but the officers found the cameras. They found the hidden phone. They found the streaming app open. He was arrested that night in handcuffs on our front lawn under flashing red and blue lights, neighbors watching from their windows, his face pale, his voice shaking. He kept saying, "Vanessa, please, please, what? Please let him keep selling me. Please let him keep betraying me." The investigation uncovered everything. Over 3 years of recordings, hundreds of subscribers, financial records, tax fraud, illegal surveillance, exploitation. The courtroom was silent when the evidence played. I did not look at him. I looked straight ahead. He was sentenced to prison. His reputation destroyed, his family shocked, his career erased. As for me, I moved out. I sold the house. I started therapy. There were nights I could not sleep. Nights I imagined cameras in hotel rooms, in smoke detectors, in mirrors. Trauma does not disappear. Quickly but slowly, I rebuilt myself one brick at a time. I changed my phone number. I changed my routine. I changed my life. A year later, I heard something strange in prison. Ethan had become a target. Other inmates found out why he was there. They do not respect men who prey on their own wives. He was isolated, beaten, transferred twice. The same control he craved was stripped from him completely. That was karma, not revenge fueled by rage. Not screaming, not violence from me, just truth, exposure, consequences. Sometimes, horror does not come from strangers. It comes from the person who shares your bed. Sometimes, heartbreak does not shatter you loudly. It freezes you quietly, but if you survive, if you gather your strength instead of collapsing, karma does the rest. And now when I look at ceilings, I do not feel fear. I feel power, because the monster thought he was watching me. But in the end, I was the one who saw everything.
Subscribe so you don't miss the next story, because what's coming next is even deeper. And press the bell icon, so YouTube actually tells you when a new video drops, not hours later. Your support means more than you know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.